Getting back to Turner's experience in Chicago, the fact that the creature seemed to vanish as soon as Turner called for help also adds an otherworldly aspect to this Bigfoot encounter. After all, Turner heard no splashing sound as it ran into the river, no sound of heavy footfalls running back to the other way. Turner emphasized the creature's undetected exit as he added during his first phone interview. It just disappeared in an instant. Wow. 1 minute, the 19-year-old was within a long arm's length of a huge muscular creature, and the next, there was nothing behind him except the path, trees, and river. The creature's hobble gobble vocal utterances suddenly ceased, as did the screaming from the shadows across the river. Scene ended. Was the creature able to dive into the forest, undergrowth, or water in total silence? Or did it, perhaps, possess the ability to simply stop appearing in our world? Whether by entering a portal to elsewhere, telepathically, quote unquote, cloaking itself so as to seem invisible, or by other unknown means such as Riggs and Burnett's theory of natural manipulation or existing electromagnetic fields? That's a good question. I think that just this question can fit in someone's thesis and research paper, and this will be a phenomenal paper. Um, Claims that Bigfoots can disappear or turn transparent, as in the Roachfield, Indiana case discussed earlier, do crop up regularly among sightings reports. These reports range from discoveries of footprints in snow or mud that suddenly end as if the creature had vanished, to eyewitness accounts of seeing a Sasquatch seem to melt into the air. I just have to say, guys, if you like this episode, watch the one 2 weeks from 2 weeks ago. There's so many similarities in stories we read 2 weeks ago and today, especially when it comes to this physical slash spiritual realm appearances, disappearances. Janet and Colin Board recorded a classic account of the latter phenomena in Alien Animals from a Uniontown, Pennsylvania woman who went outdoors with a shotgun one evening after hearing a suspicious noise on her front porch. When that's a brave woman, I just have to say. When she flung open the door, there, lit by the porch light and only 6 feet away, stood a 7 foot tall, Bigfoot like creature with its arms raised as if in attack mode. The woman instinctively aimed at its torso and shot at it point blank range, an act that had little to no effect. I'm not surprised. But amazingly, the BHM, which is the board's abbreviation for Big Hairy Monster, BHM, just disappeared in a flash of light, said the boards. The woman's son-in-law saw several of the creatures later that night, clustered at the tree line of a neighboring woods, and described their very long arms and red eye shine, traits commonly reported by Bigfoot witnesses. He also saw an unexplained red light lurking just above the tree canopy. Wow. Which is again very reminiscent of the episode in Rochdale. Turner did not notice any flashes of light as he fled along the path just east of O'Hare Airport. I asked Turner what he thought really happened to the creature chasing him, and he replied, "I think he stopped short of catching me because I was getting closer to the parking lot where people gather. I suspect he made a dash into the brush to join the others who were berating him. Most people would consider that the likeliest scenario. Of course, Turner hadn't turned around to see where the creature actually went. He was too busy running for his life." Yeah, I would do the same. I can't blame him that he doesn't have any evidence of that. So
Yeah, I wonder if the thing, um, the, I, I wonder. So these things only tend to appear to individuals, right? One or maybe two people. They don't appear in crowds. I wonder if community keeps them away. Human community.
and it's always about nature.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't hear about like Bigfoot, werewolves, like in a city, or rarely. It's always like mountains, forests, lakes, caves. It's always something like where it's simultaneously beautiful, but it's so vast, it's scary. Like as if we don't have enough mountain lions, wolves, bears. Now we need something demonic or otherworldly. Like so many people disappear in these national parks. Many times these eyewitness reports come not from crazy people, not just from people who want attention or have their own podcast, whatnot. They
Mhm.
come from the park rangers. So you have to believe there's you don't have to, but I would believe them. I don't even care if they're Christians or not, religious or not. I don't care. If this is their job and they know their forest, I mean, they're this close to lose their career or their reputation if they just talk nonsense. And many park rangers report of crazy things or people disappearing, and they never find even corpses. Could it be that animals kill them? Absolutely. Could it be that sometimes it could be maybe some, I don't know, serial killer or some cults or some crazy people, or like we see in the movies like Hills Have Eyes, like some savage people living somewhere there? Possible, maybe. But like, is that always? Sometimes there are traces of, not traces, sometimes there are cases of people simply disappearing and there are no footsteps around. There's no there's no blood, there's no flashlight, no phone, nothing. It's just like it's like someone or something came and took them and they vanished. There's like nothing left. You can't see any footprints around. Like there's no explanation for all of these stories. For some there could be. So this is why I'm not as skeptical as I used to be before. You just listen open minded, and you're just like, I don't know.
It might be Vashta Narada. Come on, can I get a shout out from the Doctor Who fans? Vashta Narada. There's a Doctor Who episode years ago where he said, "Oh yeah, man, these creatures, they live in the shadows and then they consume things, the flesh, super fast." Great episode, man. Go watch it. It's also a metaphor for salvation, called Silence in the Library. So I looked it up real fast. I couldn't remember how to pronounce the monster, But they say, well, yeah, these things live in the forest because that's why people disappear and you never see them again. Maybe you find some bones. Vashta Narada. That's a great name. Doctor Who had great names. You didn't watch Doctor Who. You need to watch. That's good. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's like the border between human civilization and the wild or wilderness or chaos. Where these monsters live, or these monsters clash with humans. When humans are invading an area to tame the chaos, there is the resistance. Right? That's why the wilderness was scary. You didn't want to go in the wilderness. That's where you sent the scapegoat, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say it's like Old Testament's like wilderness. There's I remember from my Genesis class, uh, there's a word in the beginning chapters of Genesis. Well, in the first, how the earth was desolated and wilderness. There's the same word in Hebrew used in Jeremiah, which that doesn't mean it. There was nothing. It just means it wasn't habitable because it was just nothing, just the desert. Like there's no life. That doesn't mean there's nothing. You can see there's
Yeah,
earth, there's ground, stones, but there's
it's
no
untamed.
circumstances for life. Yes.
Tenine, I think. Tenine, sort of chaos. It's like
Was
a
it?
chaos creature, right? It's one of the chaos monsters, and I don't
Yeah.
remember. I didn't prepare
I
for
would
it.
say Toku and Bohu.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think
Toko,
that
yes,
was.
yes, yes. Void and without form. It was
Yeah.
void and without form. It's just chaos. It's something there. There's something there,
Yes.
but it's just and then
Yeah.
part.
You don't want to go there, especially in the nighttime because of Azazel, because of the.
Ashton Narada.
Yeah, because of what was the? Oh my gosh, we did a big chunk of this screeching owl feminine demon in the Old
Oh yeah, the
Testament.
screeching out. That was
I know my brain froze too, but like with Azazel and this,
listeners screaming it right now. How do you not know? It's
yeah,
not
I
right.
know, right?
It's
Yeah,
Lilith.
yeah,
Lilith.
yes, Lilith. So like in the wilderness, these things reside, but it's not just in Israel. Like who says
Right.
that these demonic creatures? There's only a couple of them, and they're only in Israel. Like
Isn't that what it sounded like?
Earth is huge. Yeah.
Screeching. The screeching, like screeching out, is one of the interpretations, but it's supposed to be the wind, right? The wind is howling, and that was supposed to be scary. That's what modern materialist scholars say. Oh yeah, that's what it came from. It came from the wind, and the wind howls, and it's scary. Is it though? Or maybe it's these Bigfoot creatures out in the woods screaming at us. I don't know, man. It's just there's a lot to it, right?